everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. Today, we are continuing with our single manufacturer only builds, and today's manufacturer is Taiyo Astroneering. Taiyo is a subsidiary of Ryujin Industries, and their ships are described as the perfect marriage of form and function. They have a wide variety of hab shapes, with top, middle, and bottom varieties of each hab they offer. They do lack in the cockpit department, however, only offering a single style of cockpit, where other manufacturers offer at least two. This makes Taiyo ships a little bit more bubble-like in appearance. I did struggle coming up with a design that I found compelling. After a few attempts and some late-night design sessions, I finally landed on this. This is the Starliner. This is a Class C luxury cruise vessel designed to sail the stars in style. This unique cruise ship offers 8 single occupancy cabins with dining and entertainment options, a full medical facility on board, and plenty of storage for all your souvenirs. And if pirates do threaten the ship, the Starliner is able to fend them off with strong shields and autocannons before making a quick getaway. As with all Class C ships, you'll need your piloting skill at rank 4, your Starship design skill at rank 4, and be at least level 60 to access all the parts. I also recommend increasing your shield skill, automatic weapon skill, your cargo skill, and your Starship command skill up as high as you can to get the most out of this ship. So with that said, let's build our ship. This build is assembled 100% at Taiyo Astroneering. If you not know where their showroom is, let me guide you there first. Taiyo is located on Neon, in the Valai system, on Valai Alpha. Once in the city, head to the end of the street towards Ryujin Tower. Enter the elevator in the back, and head up to Taiyo Astroneering. Once off the elevator, take a moment to look around the showroom. This is one of the nicer showrooms in the game, with examples of habs and bridges, and even a quest to undertake if you talk to the right person. Once you're done wandering around, we're going to go talk to everyone's favorite salesperson, Veronica. Now, if you don't have a ship to build off of, you can pick up one here. Once you have a ship, select the option to view and modify your ships. Make sure you completely delete your starting ship first. We're using the maximum number of pieces possible for the ship, so you're going to need the room. I'll put the parts list on screen. Make sure you pause the video here and purchase all the pieces. Also note that the habs have multiple different options, including top, middle, and bottom variants. Make sure you're purchasing the exact hab listed if you want the ship to look correct. Now that we have all the pieces, we can see our initial layout here. Pause the video here to make sure you have everything you need. Alright, now let's get to assembling our ship. We're going to start with the docking bay. Bring that over to the open area and flip it so it's facing backwards. Next, we're going to connect the bottom habs together. Start by connecting the 2 bottom cargo holds together end to end. Next, take the 2x2 battle station and connect that to the connected cargo holds. Move the structure over and connect the landing bay to the left rear hook point of the battle station. Next, we're going to add the landing gears. Take 4 of the Pinpoint 4G landing gears and bring those over to the ship. We're going to connect these to every other side hook point, starting with the front right hook point. Now repeat that process on the other side. Once done, you should have a shape resembling this. Now we're going to place our cargo holds. These are going to go in the open spaces in between the landing gears. The rounded edge should be facing outwards, with the curve going to the bottom of the ship. The last 4 cargo holds are going to go after the last landing gear, 2 on each side. Lastly, take a cowling piece, flip it, and then change the variant so it's facing backwards. This is going to go next to the landing bay. This completes the bottom layer of our guest quarters. Now we need to start building the top layer. We need to start with the mess hall. We're going to start with this in order for our ladders to generate properly. Take the mess hall and connect it so the top left corner is over the first landing gear on the left side, behind the double cargo holds. Next, take one of the 2x2 all-in-ones and place that just in front of the mess hall. Now take your other all-in-one and place that to the right of the all-in-one we just placed. Next, take 4 of the captain's quarters and bring those over to the ship. These are going to connect in a line across the front of our ship. Take the other 4 captain's quarters and connect those in a line across the back of our ship. Next, take your workshop and place it next to the mess hall against the all-in-one. Now place the infirmary next to that. Now here we have a situation where I really wish the halves were flippable. I would love to take a 2x1 and rotate it 90 degrees to fit into this last spot. But since we cannot do that, we're going to take 2 of the 1x1 top halves, connect them together, and put those in the open spot. And now our guest quarters are assembled. Let's move that over a little bit to give us room to work on the rest of the ship. We're going to assemble the command structure of the ship next. Start by taking your 1x1 mid companionway and bring that over to the left side of the ship. This needs to be attached to the rear side hook point of the all-in-one. It should be the 4th hook point from the front. Next, take your engineering bay top piece and place it on top of the engineering bay bottom piece. Now let's move that over to make a little room. Now take your control room and place that on top of the computer core. Now combine the two structures with the 2x1 section in the front. Now let's bring that over to the left side of the ship. Attach the command structure to the 1x1 hab. The 1x1 should attach to the front side hook point. Now take your bridge and attach that to the top front hook point of our command center. Next, take the braking engine and attach that under the bridge. Take your ship docker, and this will go on the middle hook point of the top of the command center. Now take your shield generator and place that behind the ship docker. Now let's place our drive section. Take the reactor, and this will go behind the command section. The top of the reactor should be even with the top of the hab. Next, take a grav drive and place that next to the reactor. It should go in between the reactor and the guest module. Now take your fuel tank and place that on the other side of the ship. It should attach to the third hook point from the back of the ship and should be even with the grav drive that's on the other side. Now we're going to add the rest of our landing gears. Take one and bring that to the other side of the ship. Flip it so it's facing the opposite way, and attach that to the side of the reactor. Take another one and bring that over as well. Flip it and attach that behind the gear we just placed. Bring over a third and attach that to the rear landing gear. Bring over the final landing gear, flip it, and attach that right behind the grav drive. Now let's do the landing gears on the other side. Take one, flip so the curve is facing the ship, and attach that just behind the fuel tank. Take a second one and attach that to the gear we just placed. Take a third and attach that just in front of the outside landing gear next to the fuel tank. Now we're going to place our engines. These are going to go behind the rounded landing gears, one on each gear. The top of the engine should be even with the top of the landing gear. Next, take a cowling piece and attach that to the top front hook point of our rounded landing gear. Now take another one, flip it so it's facing upside down, and place that under the piece we just placed. We're going to do the same thing on the other side of the ship, one cowling structure on our landing gear, and the other one on the front of our fuel tank. Now we're going to place our weapons. First, we need to take our equipment plate and place that on front of the ship docker. Now take your horizon weapon mount, flip it so it's facing the other way, and attach that to the front side hook point of our command module. Now take one obliterator and attach that to the equipment plate. Take the other two obliterators and mount them on the side weapon mounts. Now with our forward-facing cannons placed, we need to mount our autocannons. These are going to go on our outside landing gears, 2 on each side, 1 facing forward and 1 facing backwards. Now we can finally place our windows, and we do have a lot of windows on this ship. I wanted to give the ship as much of an open air feel as I could, similar to a cruise ship. We're going to start with our top portholes. These are going to go on every top hook point of our guest module. There should be 36 in all. Our last 2 top portholes are going to go on our connecting 1 by 1 between the guest module and the command module. One will go on top of the hab, and the other will go on the bottom of the hab. Now we're going to place our front portholes. The first one will go on the 1 by 1 connecting hab. Now take another one, flip it, and place it on the back side of the 1 by 1 connecting hab. Next, take 4 portholes and place them on the front of the ship on the captain's quarters. Take 2 more and place them on the lower 2 middle front hook points of the ship. Now take the remaining 4 portholes and bring those to the back of the ship. These are going to go on the captain's quarters on the rear of the ship. Now the last pieces we need to place are our side portholes. We're going to take 2 and place those on the front side hook point of the outside captain's quarters. The last one can go wherever you want. I'm going to put mine on the outside all-in-one. And now that our ship is assembled, we need to assign our weapons. Put the obliterators in the W0 spot. The other weapons can be assigned wherever. Now we can rename our ship. And finally, we need to change the factory color. I'm going to go with the white and gold look with black under the ship, similar to a cruise ship. And now our ship is done. Here are the stats before crew and skill bonuses apply. And here are those stats after those bonuses take effect. Now that's all done, let's go take a tour of our new ship. On the ground, you can see just how big this ship is. Even boosting up, I can barely get high enough to get a good look at it. Let's head around the back of the ship where the landing bay is located. We come into our ship to the battle station. For this ship, I like to think of this less as a battle station and more of as a control station. Through the door, we have one of our cargo holds where we can store supplies for our guests. Through the door on the other side, we have more cargo space. And here's Sam. At least he's by himself and not conspiring with Sarah on something. Spoke too soon. Here's Sarah, not far from her boyfriend. They always seem to be together on all of my ships. Back out and up the ladder, and we reach the guest area. Through the door, we have our kitchen and dining area. Over here, we have our first set of cabins. We can see that each sleeping area has a bed, a desk, and a window in the back. This gives us a feel that each guest has their own little sleeping area versus the bunks we normally have on ships. Back out and through the mess hall. And through the door in the back, we have our first common area where guests can gather. And through this door, we have our second common area. If I was doing a mixed manufacturer build, I probably would have swapped this one for the 2x2 with the pool table to give it some variety. Back out and through the other set of doors, we have our second set of sleeping quarters. This time the connecting passage is in the back. Now back out, and through the side door, we have our connecting passageway. I gave this windows on all sides to give it an open air feel. In our command module, we have our ship docker. Towards the back, we have our top engineering bay. Down our ladder, we have our computer center.
Glad to see you're back in one piece.
And through this door, we have our lower engineering bay. Back up the ladder to our command center. And finally through the door, we have our bridge. And that's the end of the video. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. I'm Team Scorpio, and I'll see you in the next video.
Struts retracting.